Hi everyone, welcome back and welcome to the new year 2023. My name is Dee and I'm going to take you through on how to make this easy to make cowl neck warmer. It's very beginner friendly, so I hope you like it. But before we do, please remember to subscribe. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be using this Impeccable yarn. It's 285 yards. It's a 4 medium weight yarn. It recommends a 5mm hook, but I'm going to be using a 6mm hook. You'll need some scissors, a tape measure, and don't forget your darning needle. Alright, so I'm going to start with the purple color. We're going to start by making a slip knot. And then I'm going to make a chain of 78. Or you can chain any chain in multiples of 6. I'll finish making my chain and I'll be back. So my chain here is about 20 inches long. Okay, so now we're going to make sure that our chain is not twisted, and we're going to join in the very first chain that you made. If you know how to make ponchos, this is obviously going to be easy for you. Okay, so we have now created a circle. So for row 1, we're going to chain 1, chain 1, and in that same space we're going to make a single crochet, single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and in all the stitches around. So you're going to make one single crochet in every stitch until you get to the end. Once you're done with the first row of single crochet, we're going to start making the shells and the clusters. So you're going to slip stitch in the very first single crochet you made to close this row of single crochet. Like that. You should have something like this, and then you're going to chain 3. You're going to chain 1, and then you're going to go in that same stitch where the chain is coming out of and make a double crochet and make 2 more doubles into that same space. So in total you'll be having 3 double crochets, then chain 2. Back in that same space, make 3 double crochets. So this is going to be our first corner. And this is going to be the back here. I'll be showing you how, what I mean by that. So once you're done with that, you're going to yarn over and you're going to skip 2 stitches, and into the third, you're going to make 3 double crochets. 3 doubles, yarn over and skip 2, 1, 2, and into the third make 3 double crochets, yarn over and skip 2, and into the next make 3 double crochets, so you're going to keep repeating this same pattern. Skip 2, make a cluster in the third chain. You're going to keep repeating this until you have a total of 12 clusters, excluding the first 2 shells, the first 1 shell we made. Okay, so let me go ahead and make my 12 clusters, and then I'll be back to show you guys what I mean. So this is what I have now, guys. So what we're going to do is we're not going to count this shell that we started with. We're going to start counting from the next cluster that we made. Okay, so this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 and 12. So we have 12 clusters here, excluding the shell that we started with. So what we're going to do next is we're going to make our second corner because we're trying to make this V shape. Okay, so you're going to yarn over, skip 2, make 3 doubles into the next stitch. That's 1 2 3, chain 2, and make 3 more doubles into that same space. So starting from here, from the next cluster that we're going to make, you need to have 12 clusters on this side, for this side as well, just like we did for the other side. So we need to have 12 clusters between the two shells. I hope that's clear. So let's continue with our work. I'll meet you at the end of the row. Alright, so once you get to the end of the row, we're going to slip stitch in the first double crochet, then slip stitch in the next stitch and slip stitch in the chain 2 space. Then we're going to start our third row or our second row of making these clusters. So you're going to chain 3 and make a double crochet in the same space, make a third double crochet. The chain 3 is counting as our first one. Then chain 2 and make 3 more double crochets into that same space. Like that. Then you're going to yarn over and you're going to skip 3 and make a cluster in the next space. So make 3 double crochets in that same space. Yarn over, skip 3 and make 3 double crochets into the next space. Yarn over, skip 3. So you're going to keep working in those spaces. You're going to keep skipping 3 until you get to the next corner. Okay. We are now at the corner of our work. So you're going to yarn over and make 3 double crochets in that chain 2 space. Chain 2, make 3 more double crochets into that same space. Once that's done, you're going to yarn over and skip 3 and make 3 double crochets in the next space. And you're going to keep repeating that pattern until you get to the end. Yarn over, skip 3, make 3 double crochets in the same space. Yarn over, skip 3, 3 double crochets in the next space. So you're going to repeat until you get right here at the end. So once you get at the end of the row, you're going to marking here my last set of 3 double crochets. and then we're going to join in the very first chain right there, then slip stitch in the first double crochet, slip stitch in the second double crochet and in the chain 2 space. Then you're going to chain 3 and make 2 double crochets in that same space, chain 2, make 3 more doubles in that same space. Yarn over, skip 3, make 3 double crochets in the next space, yarn over, skip 3 and make 3 double crochets into the next space, and you're going to keep repeating that pattern until you get to the middle or to where we have our increase. Once you get to the middle, you're going to yarn over and make 3 double crochets, chain 2, yarn over, make 3 double crochets in the same space, yarn over, skip 3 and make 3 double crochets into the next space, and you're going to keep repeating that until you get to the end. I'm now at the end of my row 3 and I'm going to slip stitch in the first chain, then slip stitch in the next double crochet and slip stitch in the next, and then in the chain 2 space, then chain 3 and make 2 double crochets into the same space, chain 2, yarn over and make 3 double crochets into the same space, yarn over, skip 3 and make 3 double crochets into the next space. So going to keep repeating that pattern until you have enough length for your poncho or for your neck warmer, and I'll be back to show you how I'm going to do the rest. I'm going to change colors, and yeah, I'll be showing you the rest here shortly. So I'm ending my row here with, I'm completing my last cluster, and I'm going to slip stitch to complete this. Slip stitch in the next double crochet and in the chain 2 space, chain 1, and at this point you can cut off the yarn if you feel that this is enough for a neck warmer. For me, I ended up making 18 rows. So you may want to make more or less. It all depends on what you're going for. So this is 18 rows excluding the first row of single crochet. So this is how it looks. So now we're going to work around the neck. Before we start on the neck area, let me show you how long this is. It's about 11 inches long. The longest part of my neck warmer is 11 inches. Okay, so now let's continue with the neck part. So this is the back of my neck warmer, and this is where I'm going to start from. So I'm going to make a slip knot and I'm going to attach it. I'm going to attach my yarn in the very stitch where I have my clusters, okay, and I'm going to weave this in as I go. So I'm going to chain 1 and make a double crochet in the same space, and then I'm going to make a double crochet into the next stitch, make 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and we're going to keep repeating that until we get to the end of the row. So make 1 double crochet all the way around. Once you get to the end of the row, you're going to slip stitch in the very first double crochet, chain 2 and make a double crochet into that same space. Then make a double crochet on top of the next stitch, double crochet on top of the next stitch, and repeat until you get to the end of the row. Once you get to the end of the row, you're going to slip stitch to join, chain 2, double crochet into that same space where the chain is coming out of, and continue making 1 double crochet on top of every stitch until you get to the end of the row, and you're going to keep repeating that same pattern until you have enough rows that you like for your neck warmer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and repeat that, and I'll change color again, and I'll be back to show you guys how many rows I made, and then we'll do the rest. Okay, so here we are. This is how my work is looking, and so this measures up to 15 inches long, as you can see in the video. So we're going to make the last row together. So I made 30 rows for the neck part, and this is going to be row 31. So to get started, you're going to chain 2, then you're going to yarn over and go under the chain 2 from the previous row and the first double crochet. Insert your hook, pull up a loop and make a double crochet. So that's a front double crochet. Then for the next stitch, you're going to go under and push it behind and make a back post double crochet. Yarn over, go under the stitch or the post, pull up a loop, pull through 2 and pull through the last 2. Yarn over, go under the stitch and pull it behind and make a double crochet. So you're going to keep repeating that pattern until you get to the end of the row, making a front and back post double crochet. And that's going to be our last row. So I'm at the end of the row and I have 1 stitch left, and I'm going to make a front post double crochet. Then I'm going to slip stitch in the first double crochet to join, chain 1, get your scissors and cut the yarn, leave a long tail that you can weave in. So now that part is done, we're now going to make a chain, and I'm going to double the yarn because I wanted the chain to be a bit thicker. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to double the yarn and make a slip knot, and I'm going to insert my hook and then make a chain. I didn't really count how many chains I made for this part. So I'm done with my chain, guys, and this is how it looks. And I'm going to take the measurement so you can see how long it is, since I didn't count the stitches. So it goes up to 45 inches long. That's how long my chain is, and we're going to weave this in the very last row that we just made for the neck warmer. So I'm going to get my darning needle and I'm going to pull the chain thread through, and I'm going to get my neck warmer and I'm going to figure out where the middle is, and that's where I'm going to insert my darning needle, and I'll be going through the stitches, pulling through the chain. So here we are, guys. I'm done pulling through my chain and this is how it looks. So next I wanted to attach some tassels to this, so I'm going to do that right now. So I already cut my yarn into small pieces, and I'm going to count about 4 or 5. Then I'm going to spread the 2 strands of yarn, and I'm going to tie right in the middle of those strands that I picked. And I'm going to tie a second knot. Then I'm going to get another strand and I'm going to tie in the middle of this. I'll tie it tightly and make sure that it won't come out undone. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other side of the chain. And this is optional, guys. You can skip this part if you don't like the tassels. Okay, so for the other side, I'm going to cut these so I can get my 2 strands, and I'm going to repeat the same process. So after that, I'm going to hold them together and I'm going to cut them evenly and make sure that they are equal or on the same level, or well, try to make them be on the same level. And that's it. So the last thing we're going to be doing here is attaching our fringe at the bottom, and then we'll be done with this tutorial. But before that, I'm going to weave this in real quick with you guys, so then we shall go ahead and attach our fringes. So since I already attached my chain here, I'm making sure that my darning needle does not go through it, okay? Because if you do, then it will get stuck. So I'm going back and forth, trying to hide this tail in there. Okay guys, we are now going to do the last part for this neck warmer, and that is to attach our fringes. I still have a few more tails to weave in, but I'll do that later. Alright, so this is the point of our This is the point of our neck warmer. So I'm going to grab 4 strands of yarn, and this is how I do it, but you can do it in any way you know how to. This measures up to about 7.5 inches long. I'm going to fold it like so. I'm going to hold it, grab my hook, insert it in the chain 2 space, and then I'm going to loop it on and pull through the strands. I don't know how better to explain this, guys, but I know you can see it, so try to do what I'm doing in the video. So I'm going to grab my 4 strands, fold it into 2, and then I'm going to pull it through the space and then pull through all the strands. So we are putting the fringes between the spaces of our neck warmer. Okay, so I'm going to keep repeating that all the way around it until I get back to the end. And here we are, guys. We are finally done. I'm finally done with the fringe. I hope you are too. And this is how my neck warmer looks. I really love how it turned out. I hope you love it too, and I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. We've come to the end of this video for today, so I'll see you in my next one, which is coming up very soon. Bye.